Good morning, everyone. It's 11 o'clock on Monday. This is Jason Schwartz, and you have tuned into the Neutral Zone.
The Neutral Zone.
Bum, 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 bum. Sounds like a thing from the 60s. My world has been stolen in the park in the midday on Friday here in Maui. And so I don't have opening music, but I do have very musical guests. So you're going to be getting a great bonus. These are musical guests, but they're also just incredible women. I have LEI'OHU Ryder and Maydeen IAO.
Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Aloha,
Jason.
brother.
Thank you. I am so thankful to have these guys here. Literally, I love you guys. It just individually and together, I've seen you. You are, besides being incredibly spiritual and beautiful people, I think it's very funny that we don't have music here today because of my situation that just happened. Right? Isn't
Yes,
that funny?
yeah.
Because we're not going to give you music. Maybe we'll give you music separately. But these guys are a musical duo that are, I want to say, celebrated throughout the world. I hope it's throughout the world.
Yes, it is.
Indeed, it is.
Yes.
LEI'OHU and Maydeen have... maybe you should tell them, jump in with me.
Go ahead,
Tell us about your world and what's going on. This is 2019. You guys have been together, I know, a number of years.
Yes.
Your website does a nice overview, but here we are, our listening audience. If you go to LEI'OHURYDER.com. That's C-O-M, not com. You will see a website there of these guys. Start talking because I can just keep talking all the time.
Okay. Aloha, everyone. This is LEI'OHU. Greetings from Maui Nui Akama, from Maui, to all of you on Facebook and wherever you are.
We are on 88.5 FM, our radio in Maui, but it's a line-of-sight station. That means if you can see the antenna from Akaku, you can
Okay, lovely.
But it's also on TuneIn on your phone. You can get the channel KAKUFM. You can also go to Facebook Live right now.
Oh, my.
And see these cameras?
Yes.
That's your camera and my camera. See the camera over here? There you go. See?
Hello.
Aloha.
Right, so it's on Facebook Live. And then I take the tape from Facebook Live and I put credits on it and I put music on it. And then it becomes a TV show and I put it up on YouTube and we put it on our webpage.
Super. I love technology. This kind of is so wonderful to connect this
way. Putting it all together so that tomorrow this show will be up on MauiNeutralZone.com.
Wow.
Along with 60-something other incredible interviews. I say that because, as you guys do, every guest that I have is special, and I treat them with, with the reverence that they deserve. Yeah, we've had some really interesting guests. I really feel a little at a loss. So you're going to have to come back when I can play some of your music.
Sure.
That's everything
fine.
that I had prepared, I don't have.
Hey,
it's okay.
So it is.
I think it's really important if you're at Kamehameha Park, where the baseball park is, during the day, weekday, midday, don't park in any place that someone can say, oh, what a nice isolated find, because they just completely went into my car. And here it is, Monday morning. I'm sort of over it. I mean, the financial and all that stuff is it, but how do you guys, when I think of you now, I always think of you coupled with your music, which it's hard to describe. I really have been at a loss because I wanted to be able to share your music. Maybe through our conversation you can share it in some words.
Sure, absolutely.
And I hope you'll come back on it.
We will.
Absolutely.
We will.
Absolutely.
It's just an unfortunate situation. But here I am. I feel kind of okay. I was clearly violated, and I have a lot of stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
But what's the secret of life? You were hanging around with, I want to say our buddy, really is more your buddy, Ram Dass.
Ram Dass,
And Bodhi B. And people that I think that I know for so many years. I think, you guys are, you were there at the Carlos Nakai concert,
Yes,
right?
Yes, that
yes.
was so
Blessing.
That
wonderful.
was wonderful. Wonderful.
What a nice
concert.
surprise.
These guys do, for you on Radio Land, you don't know, but how would you describe what you do? Would you do an opening blessing?
Yeah, we did, with Carlos Nakai, we did the opening blessing, and then we did some improvisation in his beautiful expression, his
wonderful.
quartet that just played recently. He just recently did shows throughout our, the 4 islands here in Hawaii. And we had met in Utah, actually, and we had been invited to share our songs and our music. But what we do is just capture the moment in song. Inspired by our beautiful Mother Earth, the beauty of the rainbows, the beauty of what gratitude is in Aloha and the spirit and consciousness of Aloha, and the music, the chants, life forms, vocal expressions, however. From our beloved Honu, our beloved Mother Earth, and we get to express them in song, in service to the planet, in service to Aloha. So to describe us is really, we're in the moment, in gratitude and joy, serving Aloha in whatever it is that calls
In the moment.
In the moment. And part of that is the music. Part of that is the songs.
It's more of a state of being, I would say. It's there's no secret about life. It's about being in the moment and being present. And talk about violation. It just sparked something in our life that maybe 12 years or maybe more we had also violated. We were violated. And these were guests that were staying in our house. And one of the guys that was staying with us while we were at work, he was going through our stuff. He stole a couple checks, some business checks, and blah, 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 blah. And oh my God, then so identity theft and all this stuff happened. And, I'm grateful for the experience because now, wisdom. You think you know everybody, but they might be staying inside your bedroom. But this was a while back, and I think we can choose better. Now that we have a sense of the whole surroundings in the moment. And, that was just a moment in time. And here we are. We're still here.
Right. We're still here. And I don't let those kind of things, I want to say, change the who and what fabric of who and what
exactly.
And,
exactly.
I feel sorry for the person that's in this situation because when you unwind it, you find... This is someone who's doing ice.
Yes.
We know they went and bought equipment to make ice already in the one weekend already.
Yes.
We know that they're in the street market and they're dealing with a very difficult situation. So what can we say? I wish that it was better for everyone.
Yes.
I know that when I looked at your website, I thought, I know you guys with music, many beautiful albums of songs. You've written songs.
Thank you, Jason.
They're just absolutely beautiful. That's why I say we're going to do this again. I mean, as soon as you are available, I'll make it available. Because it's crazy.
Yes, we will.
Hey, maybe we can bring our instruments. I don't know. Whatever.
We can have the recording.
Yeah,
I had a couple of things that from an album I have, so I was going to be able to share it because I can share if I have the rights. I got the artist right here.
Amen.
That would be nice, but I don't have that.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We got
it's
you.
Right.
Yeah, we got me. And we got you. But when I looked at your website, I really got a fuller breadth of, like you said, you live from a place of aloha and you do what's ever right in the moment. You do ceremonies of life, ceremonies of death, ceremonies, and I'll let you more describe.
Really, it's embracing the moment. And when we are contacted by many beloveds globally or our island and planetary wide,
right,
whatever people need, they will contact, and we will feel, and then we will take the steps to support them in all the things that they're about. For example, just give you one example. This morning we got up very early, and we walked some land with a dear one that wanted us to feel what the land was saying, because this person wants to, make it permanent, wants to purchase, or, feels called to serve this land in Aloha, to create a space of healing for herself, the family, and so on. So we had such a gift to be able to walk this land this morning and feel the joy of life, to feel Maui's joy, to look up at Haleakala, which was clear, to look across the isthmus of Maui and see Kahalavai, our mountain range, and to look above and see Hina, our moon, right above, just and to feel the land, just take a breath to feel like, okay, we're all here and in alignment as best as we can. So we did that. And then we were also called to another home to do a blessing, because our beloved kupuna felt the heaviness of their property and their homes, that everything kind of felt trapped and thick and heavy. And so we show up, and we just met these beloveds, and we had the privilege of doing a prayer to release whatever wanted to be released. So we never know when we show up, what's going to happen.
Yeah, we kind of know. We get little clues here and there, or inspirations that drop in and say, bring this, bring that.
You.
Yeah.
I can see. They call you for a wedding. They call you for a funeral, for services. Yeah. But they calling you for
everything.
They have a feeling. They just know that you guys should be there because you have a good. How do we say? You're in touch with spiritual realms and presence in this universe that they feel will add and clarify
and support them
in their world.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's more about the feeling, and
did it start from the music and that happened?
No.
Kind of like
then the music.
No. It. I think it's. Go ahead, share from your perspective.
It's something that your everyday life, you just come to know these things. It's like from the inside out, you get to understand what's within each one, and you listen. I think one of the key things is to listen, heart open, and be open without expectations, and the rest just happens. And trust. Talk about trust. Self-trust and self-love is the biggest component of this way of life. And feeling so grateful, Jason, that we can be here right now in this beautiful radio station, KAKU. Wow, that we get to speak, and you invited us. So grateful. And we're just two human beings. We're not, nothing special or anything.
But I mean, I see you as human beings who I know many years. My introduction to you came through my
music.
Lady Ariel, who had this friend who played music and meant suddenly, you were in my life in a very special way. And but when I think about you, I think of, how does this happen? You were playing music, you were partnered and loving, and someone said, did you become a minister, or you're really I don't know how the realms go. But when I think your name, you're in so many different areas.
Yeah, we wear many hats. It's all service.
Your awareness and your gift of your tremendous
we all have
power
this.
That we all have, but you guys express it, and it comes through in everything that you do, whether it's all the different kinds of things. That sense of balance
And groundedness is very important. Important.
You know, we've had
appreciation.
Amen.
Yeah, the gratitude.
That is a prayer in itself.
I think we've been very
Gratitude.
privileged to be born and raised here in Hawaii, and to be offered all the values, to be raised with the values of aloha and, you know, love and ohana, the kinship, the family, and mahalo, the gratitude, and the kuleana, you know, the responsibility of caring for aina, you know, for the land and everything. And so this has been such a natural walk, and also a walk that helps us choose, you know, when we are faced with some kind of violation upon our spirit, like such as what you experienced on Friday with the theft. You know, that can deter your life. That can make you sour or sweet, or it can make you, it kind of shake you sometimes. And this is just life, all the things that we go through. So it depends on how we choose to be in that moment, you know. Be what is, embrace what is, stand in what you know is your truth. So, you know, for us, I think aloha has always been the navigational spirit of our life. And of course, we didn't just show up, you know, like this. I mean, we've all, I think every beloved on the planet goes through whatever, but we're just two examples of just choices. And so, you know, we were working and doing all the things that humanity does, and being inspired by helping others, being inspired by service to love, and to do whatever we can to help people. And so now, you know, through the music, through the prayers, through all the speaking engagements, the conferences, and all the invitations into many, many multiple expressions of life, not just one particular cultural expression. We get to play in many playgrounds and just help people take the step together, just to help them. Everybody needs something sometimes, so help them take the steps.
Well, I just have seen that from you. We are with LEI'OHU Ryder and Maydeen IAO. Wonderful ladies. We're here on Maui. This is KAKU 88.5 FM on your dial. I'm Jason Schwartz, and this is the Neutral Zone. It's anything but neutral. That's us. You know, this was originally going to be a political show, but I had to give equal time to every candidate, and there were a lot of people running in each race, and it made it unreasonable to do. And so I switched to values. And so when I think of the way I've been, how do I choose guests? You know, I choose them by what you just shared. I feel, and I settle in myself, and I feel my balance, and I think, well, who is going, how can I serve? Who is, look around me and see who is passionate about this or that. And there's a great common denominator. There's this spirit of wanting to help and serve.
Amen.
I see you guys. I mean, that's, I don't know what to say. You say it with such conviction. You know, you guys are just that. You're just incredible, solid, grounded emissaries of truth.
Thank you. Mahalo,
Jason.
brother.
Amazing
Mahalo.
presence.
Mahalo.
So someone might want you to come out and help evaluate this property and see what you think of it and how it might work best for them. Right? Help them choose a location, maybe.
Absolutely.
For a house,
Perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really depends. You know, or some people, they have like things in their life that they personally are experiencing, and they just need a prayer or help clarify something, or there are multiple reasons why people come and connect. And you know, sometimes they're referred by other beloveds, and it crisscrosses the spectrum of life. The spectrum of life. Like
so you don't have a boring 9 to 5 job.
Wait a minute, we did at one time have those 9 to 5.
Sure. But what I mean is, you have a job that every time you go out to see someone, it's a new experience.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
take it fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's never boring.
Exactly.
It's always unique.
Yeah.
It's always,
It's
and you
always-
can't
Amen,
compare
amen.
anything.
No.
You
I think-
show up and
I
they
think
are
that's
there.
the secret too, is not to compare. That's yeah. We tend to sometimes compare from this to that, but you just be open, and we can talk so much about aloha or anything else, but it's living it,
Live.
Yeah.
living
Live.
it.
Live it.
Not
Yeah.
2 hours here, 1 hour there, but try the best you can at living this open heart without boundaries.
And keep practicing.
And what's that? Expectations. Oh, yeah. So,
Well, I was going to say that it sounds like you're rubbing shoulders with Ram Dass. Because
yes.
To me, really, isn't
There's
that the
like
key?
no-
Oh, yeah.
Just being here
Being
now.
yeah.
here now.
Really getting the focus of
Yeah.
just being here now, and let that other stuff is there.
Yeah.
But fine.
There's very minimal words said when we're with him. It's just a wow moment. And we sometimes just laugh. That's all.
I
Just
very
be
much
together.
get that.
Yeah.
You've done events here recently, I guess in the last numbers of years, with Ram Dass and Bodhi,
Yes.
and I see you've got stuff coming up.
Yes.
When I look at your website, you really describe your activity. I may mention a few things, but
Yeah.
what kind of events have you been doing, and what kind of things are you going at? Because
okay,
that's different than this other kind of part of you, which is sort of your day-to-day
Yeah.
breathing in a unique way of
You want
your
to
day.
address that? Lady?
But then you, like you say, you go into you have showing that you have conferences in different locations here and others.
Yeah. This year we did a death conference with Reverend Bodhi B. We're on his Ipuka Ke'au board. I mean, we just said yes last week we've been supporting, it's been our passion for many years, but we just said, okay, we'll be with you. And so we're involved in the conference and in helping them get the land for the work, for the supporting this land out in Haiku.
What they're talking about is that Bodhi, who was a guest on our show, was talking about a piece of land where it could be multi-purpose, not only have burials there,
Right.
but be able to have life and
Yes.
be used
Yes.
in many ways
Yes.
together.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a great
Yeah.
example of the kind of work
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, so
Yes.
from blessing mothers to be or couples, so from life to death and in
all in
everything in between. And then with Ram Dass, we do a lot of the ceremonies and blessings and at his retreat. And we also are just dear friends, dear beloveds. We just hang out, just enjoying.
Right.
And most recently we were in Japan, and we had a concert. We had with another Japanese artist, which was lovely. So a lot of collaboration. We did a lot of community things with various ones coming and spending 2.5 hours with us, just talking story, sharing breath, sharing aloha, and each time helping each other take steps together. And there's so much happening in Japan as well. So, and we didn't know we'd be traveling all over the world, and that seems to be what we're doing. We're being invited to many places and just showing up and being what is, celebrating what is, meeting our brothers and sisters all over the planet, and just having eye to eye, heart to heart contact. A lot of conferences, a lot of teachings, a lot of music, a lot of one-on-one talk story and support, because just based on what our dear ones
Ambassadors
need.
of Aloha.
Mahalo.
Called, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Mahalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
We feel privileged.
well, you'll be able to share, not only to express the Hawaiian culture through the world and express yourselves, but to be that great example. To me, that is like the most important part. Just seeing and being in your presence and the way you are and how that can impact others who really appreciate and respect from where
Thank
you
you.
come.
Thank you,
you.
brother. I'm so grateful that, to have a partner like Maydeen because, we've been together for 30 plus years.
30
and
plus.
And, we kind of grew up together, so to speak. And we have different individual passions, but then we have a collective passion. And so, I'm just so grateful that we get to play in this way and serve in this way.
Well, you do it well.
Thank
I don't
you.
mean to break in. I'm going to take
for it.
a
Yes,
station
please.
identification
Go for it.
break,
Go for it.
and then we'll come back and we'll be talking more. We're here with LEI'OHU Ryder and Maydeen IAO, and we will be back. And I'm just getting ready to hit the right button with my glasses on. The Neutral Zone with me, Jason Schwartz, would like to sincerely thank David Bryan for his support. David was founder and head of school at New Road School in Santa Monica, California, and is the board chair at the Ojai Foundation and on the board for Brave New Films. The Neutral Zone is heard live Mondays at 11 a.m. here on KAKU 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui, and again on Saturdays at 7 a.m., as well as on TV and on MauiNeutralZone.com.
Get a jump on protecting Maui's coral reefs. No need to wait for Hawaii's new sunscreen law to go in effect. This is Archie Kalepa asking you to make the switch today to sunscreens that do not contain reef-harming oxybenzone or octanoxate. Find out about better choices at mauireefs.org/sunscreen. Sponsored with Aloha by Maui Nui Marine Resource Council, Maui Visitors Bureau, and the County of Maui Office of Economic Development.
Hi, this is Steve Summers. Join me Sunday mornings from 1 to 2 a.m. with a replay Sunday mornings from 10 till 11 for the Oldies Time Machine. It's familiar oldies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, plus some of those rare tracks you won't hear on any other radio program. Right here on KAKU 88.5, the voice of Maui.
Hi, I'm Jason Schwartz, host of The Neutral Zone. KAKU is a listener-supported station. This means that all of the great programs you hear, like mine, are sponsored by you as well as our underwriters. If you would like to help keep the voice of Maui talking loud and clear, go to kakufm.org/donate today and give. And don't miss The Neutral Zone Mondays at 11 a.m. on 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui. We are back. This is KAKU 88.5 FM. I'm Jason Schwartz here with LEI'OHU and Maydeen. And they are... It's so funny not having music around. I have two beautiful musical...
Hey.
How would you describe your musical style?
I think it's...
I think it's evolved through the years.
Yeah, it's contemporary from an. I remember originally it was like contemporary from an ancient source.
Yes.
There we go. That really describes it exactly.
And now
Contemporary
recently it's a little more meditative. So you could a lot of people use the music when they do massages or some kind of a healing art, and so we hear back from these dear ones around the world, mostly Europe though, that they use.
Very healing.
As I'm hearing you, I'm processing what you said. So
Okay.
When I thought of contemporary with an ancient source,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about ancient wisdom being delivered in a modern way that's understandable through music. And and I hear chords and I'm thinking, okay, Hawaiian, it's sort of country based, and folk and rock,
Sure.
pattern.
Yeah.
And what you said is also the other piece, which is this ancient wisdom is being delivered in ways that are being taken in just so naturally through someone in massage.
Yeah.
It's healing
It's,
music, the
So
people
it's, so
say.
it's contemporary, ancient, great.
Whatever sense that
Yeah,
makes,
whatever, you know, and really, we're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine,
And we're
but
okay
that's
with
what
that.
music does, you know. What we find is music just connects to people who like it, and we're fine with it, but we never set out to get Grammys. I mean, you know, to be. That was never our purpose. It was just, let's just
put this
let's just
recording
put
on
this
and see
together
what
and
happens.
let it be.
Yeah.
And then it found its way into wherever it's found its way into the people's heart space. And for that we are grateful.
The people that I know that know you are such a broad and wide,
Yes, broad
I'm so
broad
grateful.
spectrum.
and that really is so exactly what you're living the purpose that you've expressed.
Yeah.
To deliver aloha broadly in a personal way, even though you're doing it in such a broad way, you invite that personal connection through the way you express it and through your music. It's very personal. For someone to put it on when they're doing massage, you're right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
definitely-
Yeah.
And it's about diversity. I think, you know,
Yes.
the eloquence of diversity is us, and this human, this rainbow expression of life, this kind of connection,
It's
this
all
very
about
broad and
relationships and
vast and wide.
Okay.
thank you, Tony.
That's
Tony came in.
Thank
Tony
you,
is the
Tony.
wise.
thank you, Tony. Mahalo, brother.
Here, yeah.
Yeah,
He has a show on here at KAKU also.
yeah, he
A local
does.
show, so you have to tune in at 1. And you remember, you can get all these shows later up there at Facebook page, KAKU. So you can, and again, these shows will be MauiNeutralZone.com, and you'll be able to watch us sitting here and talking. We're really talking values in a very broad brush. What has been the secret to your... Let's see, of course, it's no secret. What is the secret to your...
I know, what's the word?
I just think love. You know, I mean, I
It
don't
is,
know.
absolutely.
Isn't that funny that
Love.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It sounds
it's
like
interesting about, you know, some people we talk to, like, they ask, like, what is that, love? It was like, whoa, well, there's a question. Okay, they might not relate to the word love, but they might relate to happy. They might relate to joy. Whatever, you know, brings their openness.
The word, right? The
Joy-
word love has
joy-filled.
been. Sometimes people take that and they get
and put
they
ideas
twist
to it.
a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah, they think is it romantic? They tie a lot of things to it, and just
Yes.
recognizing
Tie a lot of things.
the right.
to
That's
it.
all.
All the
That's all it
attachments.
is. That's all it is.
You know, we're all part of the great I am.
I am.
We are
Ooh.
all part of the great I am. You know, we're in the unity, the grace, the lokahi, the unity of aloha, in the great I am. We're just one little speck in all of that. And many times when we think we are separate, we just forgot. And so when things hurt our heart or we're just confused, we got to just remind ourselves that we are of the great ovo, I am. And, you know, I just always just move back into the blessings and the gratitude, the gift of aloha or the gift of love that just helps me remember that. And I'm not talking like I know it all. It's just that this has just been a step. You can step outside of your heart or you can step inside. And so now we're just choosing to step
Practicing.
inside and keep practicing, even when we are
Yep.
wobbly, not trusting ourselves, wobbly, tending to judge someone else, wobbly because someone isn't making choices that our mind says you should be doing this. It's just letting go of every expectation because life is beautiful. And as our Baba Ramdas says, we are just souls in a particular role and helping each other heal, really. These expressions is just to help us heal and support and be love, embracing what is as love. So, we're just really grateful for that.
Yeah. It's about experiences and how we move through each experience, whether it's not so fun and when it's all fun, wow. But it's really when you hit that point of not so fun experiences, is how you come out of it. It's like if you can see my hand and you hit this wall and then you just take a breath, ground and recenter and just be within your heart. And then what happens is these walls just kind of melt away, and then you just, I like to say, puka through, or just rise up into a new vibration, and then your heart is open again. And this is life. This is really life, because there's so much out there, but it's within you, how you feel in your heart, your peaceful moments. Once you feel that inner peace, it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside.
Yeah.
And we get to rise with our Mother Earth at this time as she is raising her vibration. So I cheer all of us on wherever we are in our life, whether it's like full of joy or not so joyous or wherever. But I just know that we as humans are all brothers and sisters coming from the great I Am. And so we get to experience life in the physical form, and hopefully we choose what's grace, what's honor, what's respectful, whatever you choose, we are cheering you on, because face it, we've been there. Some of us have been the perpetrators. Thank you for the word, LEI'OHU. That's what I meant. Perpetrators. Up to this moment, we're evolved, to a new place in our physicality. But the great I Am, when we can remember that, wow, it's so powerful. So powerful.
And it I want to say supersedes, but it, like this situation that just happened with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ability to put it in perspective with something greater than that physical thing that's
violation.
Right. When realizing the things that are important are still
absolutely
I am.
Yes.
I am.
Amen.
I am.
And
I am.
in understanding the something here happening or here happening, and we let that fall away and really rise up, and that's why I say you're ambassadors of Aloha. We're rising up and sharing, and people sense. They can't help but sense, just seeing you and experiencing you guys. I'm back to the same thing, and
Beautiful.
You're wearing it and living it and doing it in the moment expression.
Hey, nice to see the mirror.
And we're speaking, not that we know it all, because, we have, for me personally, we've gone, when you choose to be transparent.
Oh, amen.
When you when you choose to this self-trust and self-love, and to deepen and practice as much as possible, allowing your authentic expression of love and light to be, it triggers a lot around you, inside of you. And the choice to be transparent is not a gentle one, many times, because, we've moved through some very rocky parts. I have moved through many rocky moments in my life and questioned, and, because I always wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to get along with everybody. I want everybody to, love me. And I'm realizing that it's really me loving me getting along with me accepting me, and doing the best I can, because when that happens, then it just reflects outside, But it's every day taking the steps and not thinking what happened before or even where I'm going. It is being present, keeping my heart open and ohmed as much as possible. Practice, and just carry on, carry on.
Ohmed.
Yeah, keeping my heart ohmed.
Well, I wonder if you. When I hear that, I keep thinking Ram Dass for no other reason. But when you sit and do an interview with Ram Dass, it's like that you're going to have to be pulling words out.
Yes.
So when we had when I first did an interview with him years ago, I'm just bringing it up, but I simplify things down to that's be here now. I'm bringing it back to those simple things. When you only have a few words, because you don't want to say, you don't need to say too much.
Yeah,
you can say in Savage Grace. Savage Grace. Let's see. And then you hold up a handicap placard, one of the benefits of being in this situation. But you guys do that. You express what you're saying. You put a lot of words to this very simple, basic truth. Your authenticity. Here I'm praising you again. I can't seem to get away from that. You're very authentic when you speak. Your words, it's not that they're calculated, it's that they're present. They come new, they come fresh, grounded, strong, powerful, true, and they have a lot. What do we say? They have a lot of mana?
Yeah, sure.
They have a lot of presence.
Thank you.
And you as well. Your presence, you guys, is just fantastic. That's the greatest thing about being here with you, is just being in your presence, because your presence speaks a volume before your words.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you a question, brother.
Sure.
What in your, growing up, did you always know, this passion for life, this service for life, for you, where does that root, or where does that come from for you in your own journey?
That may sound fun. When you say where did my father used to say, we were little boys, my brother and I, and he would say, take care of your mother, take care of your mother, take care of her. So we were nice kids, and we took care of our mother. But I think that the take care, the service piece, I got into sort of a service piece, and it has become part of my nature. And really feels very comfortable.
Yes.
When there's a situation, my first thought is, how can I make it better? How can I serve it better?
Yeah.
I may think criticisms of it, but I always somehow reach for the service piece. So that's, I would give my father credit. I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, because for as long as I've known you, and I met you through Ariel and through Unity Church when the times we used to be there.
Yeah.
You've always, and in community, because you run for office also,
25 years ago,
was
I ran
always
for mayor.
passion, like one word, you're passionate about serving. There's this passion in you and this joy and humor in you.
Thank you. That
I've always found refreshing. And so, I just wanted to reflect that it's always been a joy for Maydeen and I to honey you, to hug you, the times when we do see you. But we always connect with that passion and that heart of service and care. So, it's easy to come here.
We say. We're
Authenticity.
All the same thing, and I feel it.
So
I feel that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm only cutting you off because
One more.
What was that expression?
K-A-K-U.
I'm real good at giving. I'm not that good at
receiving.
In this situation now, even though I get help, like Miss Ariel helped me, and things, I'm not really grounded in receiving. I need good work to do. How do you get that? People that are givers, how do you
Practice.
I think that's what Ram Dass was saying about what was the grace? What did he say?
Savage grace.
That savage grace. And
you called it something else.
I called it radical receiving, because many times we resist receiving because we want to push it away because for whatever reason. So there's situations that we are placed in. It's like the wobbly effect, like, okay, this is really awful. I don't want to experience, but I know I got to, because it just happened, like such Friday for you. And yet it's still raw. It's still, it's still working its medicine. And one of the things you said was, hey, that's just stuff. And I'm still here. So it's healing, but that's radical receiving. It's like really feeling the power of the self-love and self-trust that you didn't do anything wrong. All you did was exercising, and then this thing, life happened. But you're not going to stop, your faith for humanity, your faith for the community by this one minute incident. If anything, it's grounding its love in you to be received by you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of receiving is that we've been taught
the blessing out of this
so much that receiving is not great, that it's always giving, but it's just old beliefs. And once we let go of the belief and in self-love and self-trust, that part of living is receiving. And so we practiced a lot at it because we used to do that same thing to receiving. But now I think we're getting better at receiving. And, we pray, and then we ask for the blessings. But if we're not able to receive, how are we going to how the blessing going to come? When we do this to
push it away.
We got to be able to receive, and to give and receive equally is one of the great learnings for us. Great learnings, yeah. Practice.
Authentic.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys have coming up? I mean, when I'm looking in your website was quite interesting. One Dance Tribe, November 1st to 6th. That's here online. That's here in Maui. It's an online event?
It's an online event, first time globally. We had about 10,000 hits. Basically it's movement teachers and different beloveds with around dance. We've been actually involved with One Dance Tribe that started here on Maui, and we used to go to Kenai, and most recently, it's in America and Europe. We travel to go to Germany, one of these conferences. But it's movement, and there are many teachers that are expressing their spirit and their beauty through movement in many ways, and in ceremony. And we've met some of the masters. I'm sure you've heard of the Five Rhythms, Gabrielle Roth, that spawned, like created so many. So we have the One Dance Tribe that is a free event. It's live, and we're doing the opening and closing prayer. Plus, we have a 1 hour presentation to the global ohana, the global family.
You can find out about this and other events, of course, at LEI'OHURYDER.com. It would be long, LEI'OHU RYDER and Maydeen IAO.com.
Yeah,
too long.
Yeah.
But these guys are both LEI'OHU RYDER.com. I'm doing that for you guys on radio because
Mahalo.
This is going to be on TV and everywhere. But if you're just listening on the radio, it's important that you get that web address, because you also have more stuff that's online, but you also have a situation at Napili Kai Resort.
Yeah, we were with the Ram Dass. We were at Ram Dass, the retreat. And then next year we're in New York and for another conference outside of New York, Garrison, New York. It's about an hour. It's actually on
Up
the
near Woodstock, or not
yes,
quite that far?
Yes. It's near Woodstock. It's across from the military academy up there, West
I see,
Point.
West Point. I
West
got you.
Point. It's right across,
Right across
the
the
river.
river.
It's in an old, actually was a monastery, but now it's a retreat center dedicated to like Buddhism, and you know, there's different ones come.
Wow,
So,
that's a nice location to
It is.
go to.
and then we're doing
Isn't it funny? We go from Maui and we say go somewhere else for vacation.
yeah.
How funny.
Maui is vacation.
The world comes here.
There's so much to see.
And then we do a lot
Yeah.
of individual support for people that want to come and just check the wellness in their being. So we do a lot of that personal connecting with beloveds.
And then we're going to Europe again next year from May to July. So we'll have.
I know your website really
Sharing
does a good
Aloha,
job.
yeah.
But you're saying, it's interesting because you're not categorizable because
Thank you.
Yeah,
Take
and
your-
I love
I'm
that.
so glad that we're not in a box.
that's really good. It was a really nice thing because, like
Yeah.
I say, I know you from music, and I know you
Yes,
personally,
yes,
but
yes.
I never really looked down this. In this laundry list is an expression of very open things. Keynote speaker could be a lot of things. Funerals, counseling, blessings, ceremonies, weddings. And, it's just very powerful. And I really enjoyed looking at your website. You guys should know. There's a link there, I'm sure. I didn't really look closely to the music. I had an album,
There
is how I had it. But
Yeah. You
So
can
that-
download the music off our website. Yeah. You can download it.
Yeah, we're still creating CDs, but only for new music. We're not reprinting the old ones. So downloading is probably your best way.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully soon we'll be in the studio again to record another CD. Lots more meditative, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And collaborative, there's different, and we try and collaborate with different ones sometimes every once in a while. So, yeah, we were just talking about the next musical journey. So we'll see what comes because we have some songs, and we'll see what comes.
Well, I'm going to make a short pitch of sometime, whether it's in that studio or somewhere else, I would love to sing with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Choose some things. 'cause
Yeah.
I sing.
cool.
I know you
Yes.
guys sing. I think that we
Yes.
should find something really special.
Sure. Yeah.
When you ask it where my core is really at the singing. I love singing.
Well, I've heard you sing.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. But your albums, I really would hope that everyone really gets to know so much about you more than the music because you're really incredible
Thank you.
woman.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Jason.
I have just always been inspired by it, and I don't know what to say. I've said it again, and I keep going back to my root thing. I keep saying the same thing again and again. I don't know if that's because that's what really comes through. Being in your presence has, this very loving, grounded, sharing, open, strong, good feeling.
Thank you.
In fact, I think I want to live right there, right between you two
Come
guys.
on. You are.
wow.
Here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
So, do you? Because we have no music, I really feel it's we only have 3 minutes to go in the show. If you had 3 minutes and you wanted to deliver a message to an audience, what would come out? What do you feel?
2 words: allowance and acceptance. To allow others to live the way they choose. Allowance of choice, free will choice. Acceptance of all that is, the things that are out there that we we may have ideas about how things should be done or whatever. It's just allow others to be where they're at and not see them as less than or more than, but just be in your heart as best as you can. Yeah, be present, grounded, and it's such a great feeling when you're there. And it's not outside, it's inside. It's inside. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gratitude. Whoa. Gratitude.
Gotcha. Gratitude for yourself
Amen.
and others.
Gratitude for all that is. Just being centered. Yeah.
I'd like to say that our beautiful Mother Earth is precious, and she is alive, and she is whole, and we limit our perception when we see her as less than, because she is more than that. And so I offer my blessing and my prayer to celebrate the simplicity of life that allows us to be free to express our love and our compassion for all life above and below. And I'm so grateful to be able to be here in this moment with our brother Jason and with all of you who are listening. And so we say mahalo kia kua, mahalo to the divine blessing of this moment. May we all continue to breathe and be grounded on our beautiful Mother Earth and serve all that is aloha.
And this is Jason. We are at the end of our show. Thank you guys, LEI'OHU Ryder and Maydeen IAO, for being here with me on the Neutral Zone. Thank you all for joining us.
I like the name.
Check out our website at MauiNeutralZone.com, and you will hear this show again and digest this incredible, beautiful thing from these ladies. Thank you for joining us. We will see you again next
Aloha,
week.
everyone.
Aloha, everyone. Aloha.
It's important to buckle up your kids.
I know.